Hi everyone, and welcome to the Shrine of Anubis. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back and nice to see you again. So, I do have more questions to address in regards to the previous three videos. I know, thank the Lord. You guys are probably bored of the same intro and outro three times in a row for like a month or something. So we're finally back into business, and I am very excited to continue to address any further questions, comments, and concerns, as well as feedback here and there that you guys have shared with me in the recent videos before this one on the series of intimacy with Anubis, and of course, new fresh comments I have gotten in other videos as well. So, if you thought that I was done, apparently not. Here we are, 3 videos later again. I thought I was only going to make just one, but with the newest, there is a lot to talk about, apparently. So here we are, once again, to continue to answer more questions and feedback. I try to keep them 30 minutes long, because holy crap, how can you guys tolerate me talking for longer than 10 minutes or 5? Here we are again with more questions and feedback to address. I believe, you know what, I'm not even going to say anything because I said the same thing on the previous video and we all knew that was a lie. We all knew that it was not going to end there, right? So I'm not even going to say that. This is faith. Ladies and gentlemen, this is faith. Believing, not seeing. But anyways, going back into the topic of this video, answering your questions and feedback, comments, and concerns. Let me take a sip of water because we're going to be here for quite some time once again. So you'll be seeing me 3 times in a row with the same clothing on the same day. It's fine. Let's see. Intimacy with Anubis, the intro. Inquiry, or rather comment from Katie. I now understand why Seth sometimes makes me want to dance in the nude for him. What? Wait a second. I learned belly dancing years ago, and I'm good at it, and so dancing for my deity makes me feel good. I feel more loved by them than with humans. That is so true, Katie, and I'm sure that many people in the comments will also feel identified as well, especially when you have a big ass extended family but nobody gives a shit. That's me with my extended family and my mom. We are the black ducks of the family. Was it the black sheep? Black duck? I have no idea. We don't talk to them. I am the cousin that never shows up anymore. To gatherings and parties and Christmas time. No. You know what, Katie? You're better off. You're better off as you are. At least spirits are more honest. They are direct and you can tell when they're lying or not. Family, friends who you don't know their intentions. And at least in my experience, they only talk to my mom just because they need something. My mother needs to work on stopping being so giving because holy crap. To continue with Katie's comment, I thought for a long time I was crazy thinking about sexual relations with a deity like Seth and Anubis. Honestly, we are not crazy people. People don't understand our practice, rather. And the whole DT thing. Thank you for sharing this. Oh, no problem, Katie. Hold up. Let me give you a thumbs up and a heart as well, so that you know that I am addressing your questions as well. So that is very interesting. I do remember one time dancing for Anubis naked, but that was actually in a dream that took place in a temple. And it was a very small pyramid further away from the other pyramids in Giza, question mark? I can't English today, okay? And it was nighttime and I was dancing for him and I was butt naked and he was enjoying it. And I felt so self-conscious. I was like, oh God, I don't have tits. I don't have this. I don't have that. Oh my God, my stretch marks. Holy shit. But they don't care. They don't care. And when he gave me that impression, I was like, wow, I feel stupid for overthinking every detail about myself. And he's like, don't look at yourself through judgmental eyes for judging yourself. You're making it worse. Look at yourself through the eyes of love and understanding. You thought that it was okay to pick apart every single part of yourself, but now you know that that is not a good thing. That you are mistreating yourself. So rather than judging yourself for judging yourself, look at yourself through the eyes of love and understanding and learn that it's okay to not be okay, but know that it's okay to improve and learn to love yourself rather than hate yourself. Because it's so easy for people to hate themselves over loving themselves that when someone, whether human or a deity like him, comes through reflecting unconditional love to you, you feel self-conscious, you feel bad, you feel unworthy. That's a pre-programmed pattern that was installed in your system some time ago. Family members, friends, yourself through content on social media or magazines or in person. Seeing how other people treat themselves, you adapt that and internalize that to yourself. There's going to come a time where somebody is going to confront you with this programming, and you have the choice whether you continue to be self-destructive with this mindset or do the hard work of learning to love yourself and detangle from any thoughts or program patterns in your system that you have against yourself and leaving them out. Seth is a really good deity because despite being a chaotic deity, we all need chaos in our lives in order to bring the order. Sometimes we need a messy puzzle so that we can piece the parts back into it, right? So I feel that's such a fantastic perspective though. You have to sometimes create chaos in order to create organization. And this reminds me a lot of Loki and his depiction on the Marvel movies as well, and how there has to be chaos in order for there to be solutions to conflicts. And this can be applicable to so many parts in our lives. And to me, dancing naked in real life, not in a dream, but in real life, it's chaos. I would never do that. But I do know that I have to work on myself and my own program patterns so that I can detangle from that as well, if that makes sense. And I know I went on a ramble. I apologize. I think there's going to be a fourth part to this video. I don't know. Hopefully not. But yes, I so agree with you, Katie. And I am very happy and glad that you have such an interesting relationship with Seth and Anubis. I am very intrigued. You know why, Katie? Because I don't know enough people that work with Seth. Maybe one person, and it's once in a while. They keep him very far away. And in my case, Anubis is very territorial with me, so he did not want me to work with Seth at all. Unfortunate, but it's fine. All right. Let's see. Blue. Interesting. Interesting flashbacks with the Lord of the Honor Roll. With him, I am assuming Anubis. I found it's a good thing to have pride in yourself and your work, but there's a line where if you overstep, he is not afraid to put you on your knees. I need a humbling lesson. Well, wait, what? No, never mind. Oh my goodness, Blue, you made me go there. But yes, I understand where you're coming from with that comment. I absolutely agree. Just like in the previous video with another user, a lunar, being rejected by another witch within a Discord community, where she told Lunar, if you're thinking like that, then witchcraft is not for you. When Lunar commented that they feel calm and protected when they think of Anubis, and that they hoped they were not disrespecting him in any way. And this is what this quote-unquote witch responded to Lunar. So we have a perfect case of a gatekeeping witch that was attempting to block Lunar from proceeding with their spiritual practice and connection with Anubis, just because this witch is an edge lord, or rather in this case edge lady gatekeeping person who has their wannabe cool influencer type of vibe. And I feel bad because this witch, from what Lunar said in the comment, this witch works with Anubis too. So that witch is going to have a slice of humble pie coming in at some point. And he will put her on her knees, and not necessarily in a good way. And I can't help but shake my head. Oh my goodness, Blue. Like, I so agree with you. Like, he's not going to hesitate in putting you on your knees if he sees you starting shit or acting all high and mighty, because he ain't like that. He does have that commanding energy, right? That vibe and that alpha type of energy. But one thing is to have pride in who you are, and another is to humiliate others, to make them feel unworthy and inferior to you, because you have worthiness issues yourself. So it's a fine line that can be blurred by the person involved here. So yes, take pride on your work, but do not use it to humiliate others into thinking that they are unworthy or inferior to you. Too much pride can be damaging, and I have seen that happen a lot. So let me see, I'm going to give a heart to you guys as well. I read part of your ebook. It's so interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Name. That's great. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are taking advantage of my freebies on my website. So Katie says, I have had 5 UFO encounters since I was a kid, but I haven't met an ET yet. I got a tattoo of an alien on my arm. Ooh, fantastic. I'm so lame. Well, it's not that I'm lame. I'm just poor to afford a tattoo. So I don't have a tattoo yet, but I would love to have an Anubis tattoo here on my arm. But I'm so slender, though, that I don't think that's going to happen. No, at least not for now. I need to build my body first so that I can tattoo Anubis on my arm. I would love to have him tattooed. But I did have an idea to tattoo the ankh on my wrist. Just very simple, plain black design on the ankh. Just to start and test the pain. It can't be that painful to get a tattoo anyways, because I've seen people tattoo their neck and their face and their eyeballs. Uh, I'm not sure if they are still alive after tattooing their eyeballs, but apparently that's a thing. Some people tattoo their butthole and their crotch, and I'm like, it can't be that painful. So, uh, it feels bad that I can't have a tattoo for now, but I would love to. And that's great that you have had UFO encounters. Honestly, I've never had a UFO encounter myself. My family has, however, but I have not. I'm not sure how I would react to see a UFO. Even if it's like very tiny somewhere in the sky, I'm not sure how I would react knowing that this could be something otherworldly. Because it's usually dream based, astral based, which is like your consciousness leaving your body, but nothing really physical that I am aware of. Not all alien beings are bad, same with the lizard folks. Some are evil, some actually wanting to heal us. I just got back from the ER I went in and found out I had a ruptured cyst. Oh my god. So when I was in the ER room, I felt a lot of peaceful presence there, including my deities, Anubis and Seth were both in the room with me. It was nothing super serious, thank God, but a remaining ovary I have may need to be removed due to cysts. I'm 2 post hysterectomy due to endometriosis. I am mispronouncing that. I love your videos. Thank you for posting them. Katie, I hope you have a speedy recovery. I am so sorry that you're going through that. That is exactly what happened to my mother 20 years ago. She had cysts in her ovaries, so she had to get them both removed a long, long time ago. She was like, she was about 32 years old, if I am not mistaken. So, 19 years ago, I believe. It is unfortunate, especially if you wanted to perhaps have children like my mother wanted. She wanted to give me a sibling. But I'm like, I have enough with my older brother. I'm fine. It's a very sad situation, but I hope that you have a speedy recovery and that you feel better soon. And I'm truly sorry that that happened to you, but you are in tune and you know that they are with you. So that is great, Katie, that you know that they are with you and that you can actually feel them and their energy and their presence. That's actually really, really great. Really great. So Miyu says, I would like to know your view on existence. Existence is pain. I'm kidding. But also, I would love to hear more about your intimacy spell work. Interesting. I can do a separate video in regards to that. So, Miyu, if you have a specific question, let me know. Because I can make a whole entire video, perhaps still connected to the series that has to do with intimacy and the spell works and like kinky stuff involved. And like, if you have something specific, let me know. I would definitely love to cover that in an upcoming video, perhaps related to the series. But my view on existence, it's interesting, Miyu, because to be honest, I do not believe that there is a old man on the throne in the sky judging every move that I do, watching me fart and poop and shower. I just don't think it's like that. I believe that existence is what we make of it, but we have to be aware that what we do, which is the action, has an effect, and that this effect can either help us or fuck us over. So even though I don't exactly believe in the law of three in Wicca, which is like what you do will be returned by 3 times 3 times 3 or something like that. I don't even remember. I do not believe exactly in that term, but I do know that if I do bad shit, of course, what am I gonna get in return? Bad shit. It's like, I believe it's like just having common sense. I can't go around robbing banks because what's going to happen? I'm going to get caught. I'm going to go to jail. So I don't exactly believe in consequences, but I do believe that I can provoke them if I try hard enough. So I try to stay balanced when it comes to that type of thing, magically speaking. If somebody is slandering me, trying to fuck me over unjustly and unfairly, I will fuck them up with magic. Of course, I'm not a criminal. But when it comes to existence, it's an interesting question because you see so much shit happening in the outside world and you're wondering, how can there be a God when all this shit is happening? All these people dying of COVID, people that can't practice another religion safely and openly in other parts of the world because you get murdered by the government. Because the government is highly like there is so much going on in the world that it really makes me wonder if there is a God, then this God is not all powerful because he is not preventing the chaos going on in this world. And if he is able to prevent it, then he doesn't want to prevent it. Then he's not a good God. Because a good God would not let somebody else suffer, knowing that they can prevent it. Like, you caught me at a very interesting time, Miyu, because this has always been running through my mind for years and years and years. And this is why I focus on Anubis alone, because with Anubis, I know that he's taking part or care of something, but he's not like this whole entire all-powerful, almighty deity that is like watching me suffer and not doing anything about it. Anubis is just in charge of one thing, but he can't do everything. So I focus on him because I feel that he is more normal. I feel that he might be imperfect as I am. And I feel that he has his focal points. And with him, I feel safe. But thinking about existence as a whole and that there's a deity ruling over all of us, it's kind of difficult when there's a lot of bad shit happening. But then again, if I am not mistaken, in the Greek mythology, the gods are portrayed as imperfect for that reason. So that there really isn't a difference between the gods and the mortals because the mortals were done based on the image of the gods, according to the Bible, made on the image of God. So if there is a higher power ruling over us, it can't be as perfect as we thought it was. He or she or they, maybe it doesn't even have a form and it just is. Maybe this whole entire existence was brought on by something that is actually nothing. Just vast energy that's just everywhere and anywhere. It doesn't have a form, doesn't have a shape or a voice or an appearance or a shape or a gender or an age or anything. Maybe this creator is just energy. That would make a lot of sense when everything is allowed and there is no divine interference in some way. But in another way, there is some type of interference from a divine nature. Because I have seen karma do its work. And it's crazy because I don't exactly believe in karma because I have had a lot of shit happen to me that makes me think otherwise. But at the same time, there are things that happen that makes me wonder. There must be a higher power, but it's not in the way that we are all trying to interpret it. So thank you for confusing me, you, and for confusing my audience because I probably did confuse all of you guys. But believing in a God sitting on the throne watching every move? No. Something more of an energetic nature that just allows everything to happen. Maybe there's a consequence, maybe not. To me, that's more probable. So I believe I'm going here in a more abstract belief that whatever brought us into existence doesn't have a form. It doesn't have a form, but how did it originate on the first place, right? Like, where did it come from? Is there even an origin? Or has it always been like that? Like, my tiny human brain will never be able to attempt to decipher existence because with everything going on in the world and the remains of religion, organized religion in the back of my mind, it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what I believe beyond Anubis because he is my focal point. But what else? What else? And that else is there could be a creator, whatever that is, doesn't fucking love us or want to deal with us because there's a lot of bad shit going on in here. And I'm scared. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like, I don't know. I think that's a better way to summarize it, Miyu. I don't know. All right. So, Andrew, thank you for all of this. It is very intriguing due to how often I work with deities and other entities. I now help teach others about magic and this stuff. And this is a very great area that I did not know, or this is an area I did not know. It helps me address this from a different perspective. Much respect and be safe. Thank you so much, Andrew, for the lovely feedback. I appreciate it so much, and I'm very glad that you have been finding these videos helpful and useful, and I appreciate you being here. So, little artist, I have not met Anubis yet, another god, but a friend of mine did and said that Anubis spoke in his native language. Can Anubis be in more than one language? Yes. Yes. Of course. Anubis can speak in your own native tongue because he did speak to me one time in Spanish. It was cringe because I was so embarrassed. I was like, long story short, and I believe after this I will cut the video into a fourth part. Question mark? Or I'll just continue on. One time 10 years ago, Anubis showed up to me and I was screaming at him, Te amo, which is I love you in Spanish. And he responded to me, Yo también te amo, which is I love you too. And that's just giving me chills right now. So he can speak in your native language. If he sees that your second language is not very good. In my case, it was random. He just spoke in Spanish just because he wanted to. But usually our interactions are always in English, which is my second language, which is interesting. But that's usually how it has been because I feel more comfortable speaking in English than in Spanish. In Spanish, because it's my native tongue, it makes me feel that it's way too confrontational for me. It feels way too close to me, and I still try to like have my distance because I still have a hard time sometimes acknowledging that I work with spirits and entities and such, and that he is a part of it. And having that English barrier makes me think that he is separate from me and that he He's on his side, I am on mine. So speaking in Spanish, which is my native tongue, makes me feel a little bit intimidated and confronted, and like he's like right in my face. I know this makes no sense at all whatsoever, but him speaking in my native tongue makes me feel that this is all way too in my face for my comfort, if that makes sense. Now, Little Artist is also asking in another video, intimacy with Anubis, sexual offerings. Do they have to be? Little Artist is wondering, did your deity ask for it once? Yes, he did. And he wasn't subtle about it. He was very obvious and in my face that he wanted to fuck me. And it was as direct as falling asleep and then being aware that I was riding him in the shower. And that was my experience, my first experience with him. So he was very direct, but I wasn't complaining. So let me give a heart and a thumbs up so that you know that I am addressing your questions as well. Could it be, this is from Little Artist as well, in another video, could it be that Anubis is trying to contact you through a program? Because there is a program called The House of Anubis, and that just came randomly on TV, and I was addicted to it. Oh, God, that show was so cringe. I remember that show from years ago, and it would make me so angry whenever I would try to find information on him, because I would see these kids on the way and I'm like, I'm not interested in these kids. I want real information from the real Anubis. Oh, Lord. But I am familiar with what you're talking about, Little Artist, because I was around when that show came out and I was so mad about it. So mad about it. And I just want to find real information on him, not some kids on an adventure or something. Like I was like what, a teenager at the time? I hated my own kind. I was like, God damn it, these teenagers are cringe. Me being one myself. Or I believe in my early 20s. I believe it may have been early 20s. I hated my own kind, and I still do. But yes, he does find ways to communicate with you through television shows, movies, series, Facebook feeds, random pictures that you come across on the Instagrams or on the Googles or on the YouTubes. So he will find a way. If he cannot reach you in meditation, in the dream state, in the astral state, he will find a way. Trust me. Trust me. So, Kiza is asking, I want to learn about my past life, but I don't know how. Any suggestions? Usually, Kiza, I would go to a professionally trained hypnotherapist that is local to your area or online. Somebody that can offer sessions online. Make sure that you investigate this person so that you can be sure that they are credible, reputable, that they have good rating, and that they know what they're doing. Because there are a lot of scammers that pretend to be past life regressionists or hypnotherapists, and they can't tell their ass from their elbow. So do make sure that you find somebody that is credible. If you're able to contact one client or two past clients that they have had, to just do research on the hypnotherapist and see if what they do is good and how they do it, if they're professional about it or not. Do investigate, because there are a lot of scammers. Now, I do know, though, that some people go on the YouTubes to research past life regression meditation sessions or meditation videos or guided meditations. And although that is all fine and dandy, For your first time, you should have a trained professional guiding you through it, because it's very easy to suggest yourself. I remember one time I did a self-guided past life meditation with a random video on YouTube, and even though I got some messages here and there, I feel that I was suggesting myself a lot with background information, subconscious thoughts of things that I wanted to see, things that I wanted to happen, because I was the one in control. So having a hypnotherapist, they are guiding you. They are guiding your mind, at least based on my experience. Um, it was much easier for me to flow with a hypnotherapist because they were guiding me. There were no expectations of anything. I was blank. So it was very easy to guide me through my past lives. So I would suggest that you find a trained hypnotherapist that can help you. It can be local or online. Sessions are usually done through Skype, Zoom, maybe Discord, or another software, but usually those top three. And you can do it from the comfort of your home. And you can even have a recording later on for future reference for yourself as well. So, Little Artist commented, "Oh no, once I heard something knocking, but no one was standing there, and my grandmother lays in the hospital." This is in reference to when death knocked and I answered story time video that I have in my YouTube channel. When indeed, one time I opened the door when somebody knocked loudly 4 times in the middle of my mother blending something in the kitchen and a lot of ruckus. And when I opened the door, nobody was there. I didn't hear steps going down the stairs from the 3rd floor. And it dawned on me that somebody was going to pass away in 4 days. So when my brother called me to tell me about his fiance's his grandmother having Alzheimer and hospitalized, eventually it dawned on me that she was going to pass away in 4 days, and it happened due to the number of knocks on the door. And some people are not aware of this. This is something that a lot of people talk about in Puerto Rico, in my country of origin. This is very popular in Puerto Rico. If you hear knocking on the door, don't answer it at night. But this time it did happen during the day. My mistake was to open and only to see that nobody was there. But that is how death communicates with you at times. Well, maybe not to you directly, but to other people like myself. Death does communicate like that at times through knocking. And it's not the first time that happens. So with that said, though, I believe that I have caught up with all of the questions, inquiries, concerns, feedback that you guys have sent me. So we have finally arrived to the end of this video. You'll be seeing this outro 3 times, intro 3 times as well, because that just happened. Congratulations. That's what you guys have done to me. And now I'm doing to you. So this video will be uploaded again in the next upcoming weeks, beginning tonight. So you'll be seeing this intro repeatedly and outro as well. Not that you guys mind, because I don't know how you guys can tolerate hearing me talk for like 30 minutes, but I want to thank you guys so much for sending me your questions, inquiries, doubts, concerns, feedback in the comments down below. on my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love and the support and for being here. Subscribe to the channel and helping me to give you more content for your benefit. As always, it's a great pleasure of mine to have this opportunity to sit here and talk with all of you guys, have a conversation, even if these videos are pre recorded. So, because you'll be seeing this outro 3 times in a row, yes, get ready. There's 2 more videos incoming. Assuming you're watching the first one. If you're watching the second one, well, there's 1 more. If you're watching the third one, congratulations, you made it to the end. We'll see what happens after this. As always, I welcome all your questions and feedback down below in the comments section. And before I let you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell button and click on see all so that you can get all the notifications of any future uploads that I'll be making on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.